In this video, I want to tell you about a cool product that's out there. If you're someone like myself that struggles with regularly watering maybe your lawn or your garden, any type of flowers, plants that you have, this is a smart water timer that allows you to control it with an app, set up scheduling and more so that you can pretty much automate your lawn watering system. You don't even have to think about it for the most part. I'm going to jump into this up next. Hey everyone, my name is Jeff, and on this channel I do tech reviews and do-it-yourself projects. I've done all sorts of stuff with my lawn, and today I want to talk to you guys about the smart water timer. Now, for full disclosure, this is made by a company called Lumary. Lumary did reach out to me, asked if I wanted to test and review this smart water timer, so I did not purchase this. They did send this to me for my testing and review, and after doing that, I now want to show you guys how this thing works, as well as give you guys my final thoughts throughout this video. So the Lumary Smart Water Timer is a cool little gadget that allows you to set up scheduling for watering different items in your yard. Now, it could be flowers, could be a vegetable garden, it could just be watering different areas of your lawn. This particular water timer actually has two different spouts or two different timer slots coming out of it, so you can do two different lawn areas with this one timer coming out of one spigot or one water faucet out of your house, which is pretty cool. So you can use the app for doing manual watering. You can set up schedules. It will also send you watering notifications. So there's a lot of great uses for this. And the fact that it runs on an app, you can control all this stuff remotely as long as you've got your sprinkler system hooked up, ready to go, and faucet turned on. You've got control of the watering as far as starting and stopping it with the app, even if you're not at home. So looking at what comes with the system, you get the orange water timer itself, which controls the water flow to your sprinkler system. You also get this black box, which is your gateway that needs to be plugged into some sort of power. Now, this will connect to your Wi-Fi and then allow you to control this water timer with the app, but it actually talks by Bluetooth, this gateway to this water timer. So these two need to be within approximately 49 feet of each other to effectively work. So if you're plugging this in somewhere inside, needs to be plugged in somewhat close to wherever your water timer spigot is on the outside. You also get a bunch of different washers as well as spigot connectors, so that if you are not hooking up a standard garden hose, you've got some other options as well. So I've got 4 AA batteries installed, and let's jump to getting the app ready. So in the Google Play Store or in the Apple App Store, you can go ahead and search for Lumary and then go ahead and hit the install button. I've already got it installed. I have other Lumary products, so I'm going to go ahead and open. Now from this point, if you don't already have a Lumary account, you'll need to create one real quick with a email, username, and then password. Go ahead and verify all that, get that set up. And then you should get to a home screen that says all devices, just like this. From this point, I'm gonna tap on the plus button that's in the upper right corner on my phone, go to add device. And from this point, it is going to search for nearby devices. And from this point, I'm gonna plug in the gateway, that little black box, so that it has power. My phone in the Lumary app has started discovering devices, and it shows that black gateway box. I'm going to tap on the add button. From this point, it's showing me my Wi-Fi information and having me enter it if it's not already in there. I'm going to work on adding the device. So it's been added successfully. I'm going to tap done. So now I'm going to pair the water timer with the app. I'm going to hold down this on-off button for 6 seconds until I start seeing some flashing lights. All right, so now I've got some flashing lights. It's in pairing mode. I'm going to tap on the Lumary Smart Gateway black box there, and it takes me to this screen saying it's in the gateway. I'm going to add device by tapping on that down at the bottom of my phone. I'm going to search for devices, making sure that the lights are flashing, so light is in a flash. and it is discovering nearby devices. It says one device has been successfully added, so I'm going to tap on done. And now I can see my Lumary Smart 2 outlets. I'm going to go ahead and hit done, and now I'm into all the different settings that are available to me using the water timer. So let's take a look at the home screen. What's pretty neat is at the top we can see everything from the weather forecast day to day. There are two different outlets to this water timer, zone 1 and zone 2. I can do things like take and add a photo, so I have a better understanding of what area that's going to be. I've got this switch button so that if I go ahead and tap on the water spigot icon, that's actually going to turn on in real time the water. I can also just switch it off. Now when I switched it on, it also said during the countdown here the irrigation time, which right now is set to 10 minutes. If I go ahead and tap on that, this gives me a menu where I can adjust. So I would choose whatever amount of time I want, go ahead and tap on confirm. Down below I can set time, so let's go ahead and tap on time, and I can set a watering schedule. So if I go ahead and tap the plus button, I can have a timed watering schedule, which would irrigate for a specific time, or a cyclical watering schedule where it'll water within the set time frame. So timed watering schedule, let's go ahead and tap on that. Let's say I was going to have it start here at 8:30. Irrigation duration, if I want to set that for say like 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and tap confirm. I can even choose what days of the week I want. So today being Tuesday, I could set that. Maybe I wanted to also water on Thursday, or I can choose odd days, even days, or every few days, and then go ahead and hit save. I now see that I've got a timed watering schedule set up, and I've got a switch here that I can tap on to turn that on and off. So as I scroll down just a little bit further, at the bottom here, it's actually got irrigation records. So I see valve 1 and valve 2. If I go ahead and tap on this, it's going to show me here, just from this little bit of testing we've been doing, it has recorded every time that I have, switched on the irrigation and then switched it back off. So I did it for a couple of seconds. The last time I was showing you here, it was on for 8 seconds. So it's keeping a log of the watering. So to attach the water timer, I've got my existing garden hose, which I'm going to disconnect from my spigot. I'm then going to connect this top part of the water timer into the spigot coming out of my house. I'm going to take the garden hose, go ahead and I'm going to hook mine up to slot number 1 on this water timer. If I had a second garden hose, I could hook that up to slot number 2. So with the water timer installed in the app, I made sure that both timer number 1 and timer number 2, those switches are currently turned off. So they're showing the icon with no water drip. To get this thing ready so that I can use it, I'm going to turn on the faucet or the spigot coming out of my house. I'm then going to run my garden hose to the zone or the area that I want to water. In this case, it's going to be our garden, and hook up my sprinkler so that I'm ready for watering. And from this point, I can manually turn on my sprinkler by tapping on that switch button, or I can let it sit until it's timed schedule and let it do its thing to water my garden. So the timer has started up based on the schedule that I've set, and it is now doing a great job watering my garden. I can manually stop the sprinkler by just going into the app, finding the switch button, go ahead and tapping on that so that it no longer shows water coming out of the faucet. Very easy to set up, very easy to use. I can find myself using this smart water timer more and more as I continue watering my lawn, watering my garden. Definitely something you should check out. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know down in the comments or questions section. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and smash that like button. My name's Jeff. I do weekly review videos on this channel just like this every single week. This water timer is actually made by Lumary, as I mentioned in the beginning. I've reviewed some other really cool smart lighting products from Lumary. Those are going to be linked down in the video description as well. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to make every day awesome, and I will see you in the next video.